all you volleyball fans, players, and coaches. My name is Keith. I'm here in the city of Mississauga, which is in Ontario, Canada, and I'm here to talk about the sport of volleyball. Specifically today, I want to talk about court size. What are the dimensions of a volleyball court? Now, this might seem pretty simple, but it's not, so keep listening and follow along. The reason I'm bringing up this topic is because I visit a lot of volleyball facilities, and you know what I see? The courts are too small. Owners, facility operators, whatever, are cheaping out. That's what I call it, cheaping out. They're compressing the size of a volleyball court so they can put in more courts in a certain space. And therefore, that makes them more money, but it's not right. Wait. I know what you're going to say. Well, it's pretty standard. Everyone knows dimensions. 9 meters by 9 meters for indoor volleyball, 8 meters by 8 meters for outdoor volleyball on sand. Pretty simple. Well, let me bring up the graphic. Full-length court, indoor, 9 meters by 18 meters. Beach volleyball, 8 meters by 16 meters. Full-length beach court. So if you've got those lines right, you got the dimensions right, you've done it. You've built your facility. Everything's cool. Everything's correct. Correct? Wrong, not even close. That is wrong, and I'm going to explain why. It's because the sport of volleyball can be played well beyond the outside lines of a court. You can chase the ball down for a long ways. Well, but take, for example, serving. A spike server might need four big steps to spike serve, to throw the ball up and then run up and hit it. So they need a lot of space behind the line. On the sides, power hitters actually take their approach from well outside the court, so they can come in on an angle and spike the ball. And that's only two examples of how you can use volleyball, the outside space, to your advantage. Now, take, for example, the sports like hockey, basketball, soccer, football. Those are sports with a defined boundary. So if you play outside the boundary, it stops. The play stops. Because like hockey, the puck goes outside over the boards, and you can't skate off the ice surface to play it. So therefore, people who build facilities think, well, the boundary lines are the extent of the play. Everything beyond that is out of bounds, so we don't need that extra space. But that is not true at all. In fact, the FIVB state that from any line on the court to an obstacle like a wall, they need 5 meters of extra space. 5 meters. Now in volleyball, this is referred to as the free zone. So that is part of the play. So yes, with volleyball, someone could spike a ball and you can what's called shank it. It goes way off to the side. You can still have a teammate chase that down, bring it back onto the court, and then you can play it back over the net. So the volleyball court is well beyond the space. So there's two dimensions here. There's the surface area of a volleyball court and the court line. So it's not really defined. When you think of volleyball court space, you're thinking of one thing, just the court within the lines, but there's a huge space out beyond that. So what this means exactly is the court size of a volleyball court is actually 19 meters by 28 meters. 19 by 28. That's not the court lines, that's the dimensions of the free space, the playing surface of a volleyball court. So when you build one, that's the size you have to use. When you build two, you have to double it. 3, triple it. That's the space you need for an official volleyball court. Anything smaller, you're cheaping out. The facility is getting cheap. They're not using the proper space. And what happens is, of course, if a wall is too close, you can run into it. If the court beside you is too close, players can run into each other playing the ball. It is cheaping out. It is just not proper volleyball size. And it's the reason a lot of volleyball facilities go out of business. Competitive players come in and play. Hey, the courts are cool. They got a court floor. They've got nice sand or whatever if it's beach. And then they say, but the courts are so tiny. You can't play the ball beyond the line. You pass outside the line a half a meter and you run into a wall or something. Just not the right thing to do. So facility owners, builders, managers, whoever you are, keep in mind, don't cheap out. Build your court size correctly, which includes the free space around the courts. 19 meters by 28 meters. That is the correct dimension you need for a space for one volleyball court. That's all I'm going to say today. One volleyball court, 19 meters by 28 meters. Measure it.